All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on though. Very good. Keep it down though. I don't know. What's up, guys? This is probably gonna be like the best quality video that I've made so far, and I'm making it with my phone. Don't mind me looking like a mess. I just did not wake up. I don't know where that thought came from. But I am still not feeling completely up to par. I'm doing a hell of a lot better than I have been. I'm ever so slightly congested still, like it's really not that bad anymore. My ears are really plugged right now, and my getting lightheaded comes and goes in waves. But right now I am at my favorite place up in Draper. You can see the whole city. I'll show you. It's a really cool place. Anybody that has been following me for a while knows that I love coming out here. Ooh, let's see if I can keep that to say. Anyways, and so I just wanted to I have the opportunity to have a set schedule, and part of that schedule means I'm going to have Mondays off for as long as unless anything changes, honestly, for a really long time. So I decided that consistency is key, and I'm gonna try. I need to stop saying I'm gonna try. That's the issue that I'm having, is like it's about adopting mindset, right? And I keep saying I'm gonna try instead of just saying like I'm gonna do this for you guys, and this is my way of not holding myself accountable. I'm sorry I keep like looking up, by the way, like there's paragliders, and it's really fascinating to me. And I like seeing them. There's not a lot of wind though. I don't know why everybody's out here. Everyone, there's 2 people. Anywho, today's episode, because I'm trying to get in the habit. See, it's did it again. This is a real thing though, actually. I am trying to get into the habit of recording podcasts as my YouTube videos, and then I'm just gonna have to find a way to record them also as audio. On my phone it's not that possible. I'm going to download what is it called? Adobe Audition and make podcasts on there, so that way it's just strictly audio. Not all of my podcast episodes are going to be translated with a video, but I really like the idea of, first of all, it's more content for me, but I like the idea of you guys being able to see what I'm doing, see my environment, see me, because I'm very expressive with my facial expressions, I'm very expressive with my hands, I'm just a very expressive person in general. But then for those who don't want to sit and just watch a video for however long these end up, then it can also just be a podcast episode, and I'm working on just excelling. Okay, so today's episode, I had to think about that for a second. So with today's episode, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is instant gratification. I've posted that on my business page already, on Desert Aesthetics Instagram, because that has come up recently in my brain, in my thoughts. I've just had like a random epiphany that like I keep thinking to myself, like, why is it so hard for me to get clients outside of obviously consistency? You guys, consistency is key, and I'm gonna have to do a whole other episode on that. But one of the other things that came to my head was instant gratification. We live in a world that is feeding on instant gratification, you know, like post a picture on Instagram that you don't get likes and people want to take it down. You don't get likes and you feel shitty, right? Because you want that instant gratification. You want people to like you, and you want that external validation. But then there's also the instant gratification that comes with yourself just in general when you do things. So, you know, you work out, your instant gratification is that you feel good. You go get your hair done, and regardless of if it's where you want it to be by the time you leave the salon after one session, the point is you walk in, and more times than not you walk out looking different, you know, like you still look different. You get a tattoo, even if it's just the outline and it's not completely done, I still have a tattoo on me, like it's still like a night, like I still look different. Get your nails done, they're done in that one session. You get your brows waxed, they're clean in that one session. Tinted, you get your lashes done, they're done in that one session, you know. And with me, and even wax, you get waxed one session and you're clean. So it's like we constantly feed on that instant gratification, and we seek it because it's like a dopamine release or a serotonin release or whatever the fuck happy chemical gets released with that. But like, even I'm pretty sure it's serotonin. It doesn't matter. Anyways, so then there's what I do, which I'm a master esthetician. I do chemical peels, microneedling, and facials and LED facials. And at some point, I would love to be able to offer dermaplaning and Botox, but I can't do that right now. Doesn't matter why. The point is, only doing microneedling, LED facials, regular facials, and chemical pills, that instant gratification that you get in one session isn't there. Your skincare is something that you commit to. It's something that you need a lot of patience for. It's something where, hey, you have really bad acne scarring. I'm going to need to see you 4 or 5 times and do a few sessions of chemical pills, microneedling, before you see that difference and really see your skin heal, because your skin doesn't heal overnight. Like, you don't look like a new person overnight. If you have pigmentation issues, like, they're not just going to disappear in one session. Like, that's something that's gradually going to start fading and getting lighter and becoming more even. Like, people have a hard time spending money on things that they're not getting results from, not thinking about the long-term reward of we're doing this in a healthy way, we're doing it in the correct way, we're doing it in a safe way. And if you want to do it correctly and maintain it for a longer period in your in your life, then that's going to require a lot more than just one session. And not only that, it's the more sessions you have with an esthetician, the more that they're going to teach you, use these kind of chemicals on your skin, you know, or not, I shouldn't say chemicals, but ingredients on your skin, like use these certain products, you're really going to see a difference. Like, you're going to learn so much on how to maintain that when you're not getting professional treatments, that by the time you're done and your skin is where you want it to be, then you can just keep it up at that point. Then you're just doing maintenance instead of corrective. People my age, it's considered preventative, just depending on what it is. I have really dry skin, that's why I get chemical peels. That helps balance that out, you know. Like, I had acne scarring when I was in school, and I had a few sessions done of microneedling, and my skin is fantastic now. Like, I get microneedling done. I try and get microneedling done at least 4 times a year. I don't always, but I try, and because it's like, it's just really good. And 4 times a year, you know, like, that's not even that much. But also, that goes into it financially, right? Is because people are like, oh, $200, $250 for microneedling, that's so expensive, when you're not going to see that reward immediately. But it's like, people also don't consider what it takes to run a business. So, like, I'll be upfront with you guys right now. I get charged $220, $210 every week for rent at my studio, and microneedling is, I charge $250 or $225, I think, because then I do microneedling with LED, and that's $250. But let's just take that out. So $225. That means $225. If I did one client, that's already my rent for that week. So I profited what? $210 to $225. I profited $15 off that service. Like, people don't put anything into perspective, and they just think like, oh, this is my money, $225, I'm not going to get the result, I'm not paying that money. But it's like, what I'm doing is going to work, and it's going to work long term, and your skin's going to heal correctly, your skin is going to bind correctly, it's going to look incredible and balance itself out. But you can't look past that. Meanwhile, I'm trying to charge prices that I feel like I'm worth, because I know I'm a damn good esthetician, and I have product that I need to keep up on. I have rent that I need to pay. I have a home that I live in. I have gas that I have to pay. Like, there's so many things that go into, like, you guys are paying for my living, not just a service for you. And it's about you taking care of yourself, but then also supporting the person that you're giving your money to and that you're giving your time to, and also creating a relationship, because I care about people in my life. I care very deeply about the people in my life. And so becoming a client, and especially becoming a regular client, like, I can only see the benefits in it, in my eyes. I mean, unless, not everybody's for everybody, and unless you absolutely hate me, or unless you're a shitty client, like, I can't see me having my clients and be like, oh, I don't want to deal with this client today. Like, that's not usually like me to be like that. I'm very excited to help people. If that means that I'm changing your confidence and just bringing value and support and comfort and a space for you to be yourself and a space for you to vent. One of my clients that I have, I do struggle sometimes because she talks during her whole appointment, which perfectly fine. But it does get hard sometimes because, like the hydrogel masks, I feel like there's a lot of benefit being able to put the hydrogel mask over my client's lips, because then you're helping moisturize or exfoliate your lips as well as your face. And I feel like I've asked her a couple times, but I typically don't put that kind of mask over her lips because I know that she has a lot she wants to talk about, and so that's totally fine. But like, you know what I mean? So like, there's kind of like personal things where it's like, for a moment it kind of is hard, but like, it's not hard in the sense of like, I'm like, oh, this client, I don't want to deal with her because she talks a lot. Like, no, me right now, I talk a lot all the time. So like, if you need somebody to vent to, that's my job also as an esthetician, to create that space for you, to create a safe and comfortable space for you to be able to just come and vent, or don't say anything. If you want somebody that you can go to for your services and you just don't want to talk the whole time, we don't have to talk. I've actually gotten to the point in my life that when I go get my hair done or I go get pedicures done, if it's somebody that I don't know, I know it's rude in a way, but I'll try and tell them the nicest way possible. Like, hey, I just want you to know, like, we don't have to talk if you don't want to. Not a big deal. I just want to relax, But anyways, I went way off topic. So back to instant gratification. So we live in that world where we just want things so quickly that people forget self-discipline. People forget like self-discipline, and this is me too. Like, this really is me too. Self-discipline is the strongest form of self-love, because you are teaching yourself that you have the patience and the courage it takes to not do the simple things, to not grab onto the low-hanging fruit, and to keep pushing yourself and exceeding and being determined to have that short-term sacrifice, long-term reward, and even doing a business. Like, me having my own business is not instant gratification, and I wish it was, and it drives me crazy sometimes, like, because we live in a world of social media. So in my brain, when I first started my business, like, I know damn well that I'm not going to open a business and immediately I'm going to be 3 months booked out. Like, that's not a thing. That's never been a thing. But the fact that I'm May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 6 months in, and I still struggle, like, that's hard for me to deal with. That's hard for me to admit. That's hard for me to accept, because I'm like, I've been doing this for 6 months. Like, why is nobody booking with me? And it's so hard for me because we grew up in a world of instant gratification, and I have to take a step back and breathe and just address the other problems that I'm having as a business owner. And like, my first one that I said already is consistency. Like, I post not often at all. Like, I'm so bad. You guys know this. And so that's something that I need to work on, that I need to hone in on, that I need to niche down on, so that I can become consistent and get my name out there and find ways to spread the word even more and even bigger than social media. Like, get my name out there outside of social media. Between referrals, passing out business cards, just like other opportunities. I am on a marketing app, I'm marketing on an app. It's not a very popular app though, like, so there's tons of things that I could be doing that I've been slacking on, because I've had a lot of other things going on in my life. But all in all, I just wanted to share that with you guys and just let you know that instant gratification is not always going to be a good thing. Like, it's not always good to just get what you want when you want it, and it doesn't teach you anything either. It doesn't teach you to work hard. It doesn't teach you patience. It doesn't teach you to think about how what you're doing now is going to affect you later, So we'll stop it right there, and then we'll do a whole other video on consistency, because your girl needs to learn that too. So I hope you guys have a good day. Welcome back to my podcast. We are going to become every Monday. It's going to be every Monday. Is it going to be set time? I don't know. Debatable. We'll see how well I can do on that. Eventually it will be, but as of right now, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this, and we will be back on Monday.